Now you may be asking yourself, Mario 64? Why make a video about Mario 64? Everybody knows that game. And to that, I say, I don't know, man, I just have some ideas. Nowadays, you might think of Nintendo as the last company that would take a bold risk or tread new ground, but back then, holy shit, man. Yes, there were other 3D games, but for the most part, they were clumsy and awful. Then in comes Nintendo. Mario showed the world what platformers could offer in the third dimension. When you first boot up the game, Mario headbutts your screen and lets you play with his face. I'm not kidding. You play with his face. Man, how weird is this? Can you even imagine a game today doing this? Anyways, the story starts when Princess Peach sends you a letter inviting you to the castle for some cake. Always with letters. So you show up, and Bowser's kidnapped the princess, taken the Power Stars, and it's up to you to get him back. It's full of glitches and bugs, but they don't take away from the game. Somehow they make it more interesting. Did you know if you can pull off a double jump before you hit a steep incline, you can always pull off a third? Even on ones where you'd usually just slide off. That technique can get you to places you've never reached before. Or how about the fact that you can take down every single Whomp, including the Whomp King, by just butt stomping? Speaking of the butt stomp, one of my favorite tricks is when you hit a block and butt stomp in midair, it freezes you in place until the animation finishes. This makes whatever object that's inside automatically go into you. It's awesome! You can fly through the world so quickly, but you're always in control. This is the kind of gameplay that 3D Sonic games wish they had. I haven't really heard people talk about this much, but the speed of Mario 64 is much different than other 3D Mario games. It may not be the fastest, I think that goes to Mario Sunshine, but it definitely feels the most balanced. At least to me. Pulling off a somersault always works. You walk a direction, slam the stick the other way, and you always pull it off. You try this in Mario Galaxy and you look like an asshole. Whoa! You gotta get a running start first, and it really just slows down the entire experience. And don't get me wrong, I'll be the first to tell you that Mario 64 is full of problems that the others don't have, but I just get a magical feeling when I'm in this game. Call it nostalgia, call it whatever you want, but I can't really explain it. This game just has a sense of adventure that we haven't seen since Mario Sunshine. Modern Mario games rarely have you racking your brain trying to figure out how to get the star. Instead, the levels seem to change based on what star you pick, guiding you along a linear path that only leads you to that star. In Mario 64 and Sunshine, they would just drop you into a giant level and essentially say, good luck. It's like they respected the player. They were like, hey, we made this awesome level, explore it. While the levels in Mario Galaxy are really beautiful and creative, they hold your hand. Long gone are these giant levels full of different stars that you can take your pick of, and I miss that. When I think about Mario 64 and the state of the industry at the time that it came out, they're a lot like an awkward teenager.
My God, you're greasy.
Which is actually appropriate. Nintendo, along with the rest of the industry, were going through some growing pains, trying to figure out how to tackle this new unexplored dimension in gaming. And with growing pains, you're gonna have some rapid changes. Some good, some bad. But it'll all be worth it in the end, and everyone will be better off because of it.